I would like to react briefly to a supposed facial aesthetics expert because he obviously knows nothing about facial aesthetics. In this video we will be discussing the eye area, negative canthal tilts, eye spacing in hunter eyes. First, let's start with the myth of the negative canthal tilt and see what Wheat Waffles has to say about it.
Big bombshell, canthal tilt. So this measures how level your eyes are to the horizontal plane, and the ideal canthal tilt should be neutral. However, it's worth noting that positive canthal tilt, eyes that slope downwards, is also ideal and is going to be considered universally attractive. However, moving on to the last type of tilt, the dreaded negative canthal tilt, and I don't even need to describe why these eyes are unattractive. I mean, it's staring right in front of you. There are so many problems here. It's going to give a preyish appearance. It's going to make him look constantly worried, tired, scared, frightened. There's so many negative emotions being connotated with these eyes. It is not attractive and it is not masculine at all. It is not seductive in any way, shape or form. And for that reason, it is going to be given an importance of 5. No doubt. It's not even a question. Having negative canthal tilt makes hunter eyes impossible. And in fact, what you'll see from all of these ratings is that any feature that makes hunter eyes impossible is automatically going to be given an importance level of 5.
Adam Gallagher, Michelle Morone, and Thomothy Charlamet all have a slight negative canthal tilt, and even Che Guevara had a negative canthal tilt. A too strong positive canthal tilt, on the other hand, is actually a feminizing feature caused by high cheekbones that develop under the female hormone estrogen. Okay, Wheat Waffles, so if a negative canthal tilt is that bad, why is Omar Borkin Al Gala then titled the most handsome man in the world? Supposedly he was kicked out of his country for being too good looking. Regardless, this guy has millions of female fans who worship him all over the world. Just search for him on YouTube and read the comments. According to Wheat Waffles, he should be below average in attractiveness. And now check this out.
I like this example even better. So if we look at this man's face, based on first impressions, you're thinking nice jawline, nice mid-face, good bone structure. He's probably quite attractive, easily a high 6, pushing 7. I think a lot of people would even say he's a Chad Light. However, once you reveal his eyes, he loses 2 to 3 points instantly. And this is what people mean when they say that the eyes either make or break your face. And again, what's the cause? No surprise, negative canthal tilt. Big bombshell, very important feature. You cannot sleep on negative canthal tilt. It is so important.
We can perform some non-surgical Looksmaxxing on the man from the Wheat Waffles example by altering his neck size, beard and eyebrows, and he's good to go. Would you really be that surprised if you saw the man in the right picture with a beautiful girlfriend? If you have a negative canthal tilt, you should balance it out with a pair of thick, positively tilted eyebrows. This is an easy fix. Plus, this guy's canthal tilt is actually a hard case. I mean, it's very negative, and on top of that he looks into the camera as if someone had just killed his dog. Still, with a little bit of Looksmaxxing, he definitely looks above average attractive. Imagine getting body dysmorphia because Wheat Waffles was too lazy to do proper research.
Hit the like button, papi, and don't forget to subscribe.
Next, eye spacing.
Moving on to feature number 3, eye spacing. And obviously this is going to be the distance between the 2 inner portions of the eyes. And the ideal eye spacing should be roughly 1 breadth apart from each other, so 1 eye's breadth apart. So if we compare it to this man's eyes, who clearly has wide set eyes, then that is going to give that innocent and juvenile appearance, like you'll often see in cartoons, Disney films, that the characters will be animated with overly wide set and bulging eyes. And that can be helpful in a way that it makes you look more trustworthy and innocent. But from a attractiveness and masculinity perspective, these eyes aren't very seductive at all. Moving on to the other side of the spectrum, if we look at this man who has close set eyes, these are even worse because they give you an inbred look. And for this reason, I'm giving this an importance level of 4.
Okay, so I guess this guy has an attractive, appropriate eye spacing, right? His eyes are exactly 1 eye apart. His eye spacing clearly looks better than hers because she doesn't follow the 1 eye distance rule, right? There are actually new studies that have corrected the 1 eye rule and suggest comparing the distance between the 2 ears to the distance between both pupils. Now watch. Narrow eye spacing can be disguised, for example, by a simple change in hairstyle. Getting a hair transplant in that area is also an option if it's really that bad. Finally, I want to drop a few bars on the subject of hunter eyes. On the one hand, you don't need ultra-masculine hunter eyes to be good-looking, and on the other hand, you can look ugly even with hunter eyes. As a rule of thumb, if you tend to have more feminine eyes, you want to add more masculine accents to your face. These include a wide neck, a beard that makes your jaw appear wider and more angular, and above all, bushy, positively tilted eyebrows that sit as close as possible above your eyes. Your haircut also contributes a lot to how your eyes are perceived. I can only emphasize, Looksmaxxing is about creating illusions.